Business Bites. Go further and grow stronger with Invest NI. Join local businesses generating billions exporting to Europe. Check your export readiness with Invest NI's free online export health check. Business Bites with Invest NI.
Hello and welcome to Business Bites. I'm Caroline Fleck, and spring must definitely be in the air because we're about to delve into this year's Balmoral show, and a lady with a big responsibility is of course their operations director, Rhonda Geary. Rhonda, welcome to Business Bites.
Bye.
It's quite weird actually, because we're normally face to face seeing each other and looking forward to yet another Balmoral show. And I do always kind of feel that, to me, that is the start of spring, kind of heading into the summer months. And I think a lot of people kind of earmark the show, don't they, around that time?
Well, they do, yes. I mean, we've been very lucky. I don't want to put the spot on us for this year, but we've always been very lucky with the weather at the start of May. And it just makes for, as you say, a great start to the spring.
Let's talk a little bit about the origins of this show, and in particular, of course, the Royal Ulster Agricultural Society itself.
Yeah, well, I mean, not many people know that the Balmoral show is run by the Royal Ulster Agricultural Society. It's an agricultural charity, that dates back to like 1854. And this year, in 2024, the Society is celebrating its 170th anniversary. So an agricultural charity with a really deep history, but what the main objective being the promotion of agriculture in Northern Ireland. And how we do that is by staging events such as the Balmoral show, our Royal Ulster Winter Fair in December, and our new Beef and Lamb Championships. So that's what the charity is about, the promotion of agriculture. And it's great to get that message out there that the charity is behind Balmoral show.
Let's talk about, my early memories of the Balmoral show are, of course, at the King's Hall. And when you think back to those days, Rhonda, you wonder how on earth we all fitted in there for a start.
Maybe we're nice sitting here at the Icon Centre in a site that is twice the size of what we had at the King's Hall. I think it was about a 32-acre site that we had down there, and we're now up to over 65 acres. It was a big, bold move for us to make at the time. We had our first show here in 2013. And I suppose at the time we sort of said it's like a big family moving house. We kind of just outgrown the site that we were on. And it was fantastic to get moved out to this site, to be able to spread our wings a wee bit further, to introduce new elements into the show. And each section was able to grow as it was to be. They just wanted more space for the various livestock section, more trades. And now we're sitting with over 600 trade stands, which is a fantastic amount of list from this site.
And you yourself have watched this grow and grow and grow, and I suppose change as well, in that it's gone from purely agriculture to one of the biggest family weeks in the calendar.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here for my 30-year service award this year. So yes, I've been here a long time and have watched the show change and develop. But one thing for sure, we always have agriculture as the core of the event. And that's always been something we're very passionate and very proud of. The livestock sections and the livestock classes that grow year on year are really the focal point for us. And then the add-ons to attract the more urban community and the more urban audience that we have had over the years. Well, it's great to get them there, that we're able to educate them on what happens and how their food comes about, and they get to see and touch the animals up close.
In those 30 years, I'm sure you've seen so many changes. I'm sure you've had challenges in your role, some fantastic times in your role too. I mean, operations director sounds like such a big responsibility, Rhonda. So give us a flavour of what you actually do.
Well, I mean, it is a big job, but there's a great team of staff here. And I'm responsible for overseeing the elements of the show that they put on. And that's everything from the livestock to the trades and sponsorship, the marketing, but also I look after the health and safety and work with the interagency team in relation to delivering a very safe event. Obviously, working with our committees that we have and making sure that we put on what the committees want, and also that the message is coming through very strongly from the various sections. what might be very topical that year, that we get that out there and share that with our audience. So yeah, it is a big job. I say I have a great team of staff here, and we all work so well together putting on the show each year.
Well, let's fast forward to May. We've got the sign right behind you. Thank you. 15th to the 16th of May, the Balmoral show this year. So, obviously we're still in the middle of all of that operation and direction and putting everything together. But can you give us a little bit of an insight of what's coming up this year?
Yeah, we're right in the middle of planning, and we have again a great array of livestock classes right across with the different areas. This year we have our poultry section back again. We haven't had it the past 2 years with bird flu, but we're delighted to have the poultry section back again. We have our international show jumping. We have the sheep shearing, and this year we're hosting the Six Nations wool hunting competition. So that'll be a popular event to watch. We also have the bulldog lines back as one of our main arena attractions. The motorcycle display teams, they just never fail to entertain, and the crowds around the arena each year, something that everybody looks forward to seeing. We're also putting in some sheepdog days this year, so the sheepdog trials have become very popular. We have wood carving competition, and we've linked up with Glenarm Estate to bring the Land Rover off-road driving experience for children along to the show. So that'll be a nice addition to the show this year as well.
And of course, one of the aspects of the show that I always look forward to is not only that entertainment, but food, Rhonda. I mean, it's becoming quite a central focus, isn't it, of the Balmoral show?
It is indeed, and we work very closely with Ben and I. They put on an excellent marquee of almost 100 local producers, and you can just go in there and eat your way around, really, taste and sampling the various products. And then they do some fantastic cookery displays as well with all the different local produce. So that's a fantastic display.
This might be a hard question for you to put into just a few minutes or a few words, Rhonda, but in your 30 years as operations director at the Balmoral show, what do you feel is the enduring quality of this show that people just keep coming back year on year? And it's really a generational thing, isn't it? It's like generations of families coming to the show.
I think it's just the atmosphere, the tradition, everything about the event. I mean, some people maybe don't see each other from one year to the next, but it's that social aspect of coming together to Balmoral show, and it's just a highlight in the agricultural calendar.
It absolutely is. And it's certainly one of my highlights because I'm there every year. Obviously, I'll be chatting to you again in May. Rhonda, you've got a busy schedule, so we'll let you get back to that. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Business Bites. Rhonda Geary from, of course, the Balmoral show. And thank you for watching.
Business Bites. Go further and grow stronger with InvestNI. Join local businesses generating billions, exporting to Europe. Check your export readiness with InvestNI's free online export health check. Business Bites with InvestNI.